Hello everybody and welcome back to Random Rosters. My name is Sean and we're about 2 weeks out from ending the regular season of the 6th season of Random Rosters. Thank you so much for joining me here in NFL 2K3. Apologies last week that there was no video. Had some trouble with the internet. We were running on hotspot, which does not work well with these videos for two reasons. One, we don't have a lot of hotspot data. There's a finite number of gigabytes going around. And two, the service that we have from Verizon in this area for whatever reason kind of sucks. So it's a big file that we don't have a lot of data for, and it's slow. So there you have it. So I do apologize on the 1 week delay. We will actually finish this at the end of the month, which is kind of nice. We'll have this on the 2nd, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we'll finish it up on April 30th. Thank you again for joining me. Yeah, we're going to get into it. We have 3 games for you like we do every single week. I kind of lost my train of thought there. But what I would like to tell you before we jump into the action, you're going to be able to watch this live over on twitch.tv/SeannosaurusRex. Link is in the description below. You can follow the channel over there. You'll be able to catch it Saturday nights on the channel after baseball, so around 7:30 or so p.m. Pacific time. Then we're going to get into some playoff football, so we'll be up late doing some late night retro gaming. Thanks again for joining me. Let's have a good one. Subscribe and ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. These will still go up on Tuesdays, no problem. Just try to clear out a nice spot for it to be broadcast live on Twitch on a night where I can, if a game goes into overtime, I'm not regretting it the next day during work. I had 6 games checkmarks last time. I've whittled it down to 3. There were a couple that we were looking at. This Bears team looks like it should overpower the Panthers, and the Panthers need a lot of extra help. We had this 49ers-Cardinals game checkmarked as well, but both of those teams should make the playoffs. Just kind of determines who's going to have the upper hand in winning the division, but both teams are pretty safe bets to get in. We also had the Giants and the Colts. The Giants have the upper hand in the NFC East, and the Colts are in good position in the AFC South, so I went ahead and unchecked that one. And what we have today is the Titans and the Jaguars. The Jaguars lead the AFC South. The Titans are in a good position to make the playoffs, but they need to take care of business because they are tied right now with the New England Patriots, who we'll talk about in a moment, at 8-6. So they need to win this game or hope that New England loses and just kind of keep the same record as the New England Patriots. The Rams and the Seahawks are fighting for the final spot in the NFC wildcard. Winner of this game would have that upper hand. Both teams, I believe, 8-6 in 3rd and 4th place, respectively, in the NFC West. It's a very weird division, very powerful division. Last but not least, we're going to take a look at this Jets-Patriots game. The Jets lead the AFC East over the Patriots by 1 game. They're 9-5 to 8-6, something like that. This is a game that I didn't think was going to matter a whole lot recently, but the Patriots have been on a bit of a slide. The Jets have been coming up, and they've been able to flip positions. The Patriots were in first place for a lot of the regular season. This is kind of one of those games where I would like to see. It's one of the unfortunate things about NFL 2K3 is what I'm trying to get at, where you have to watch the games in order. One of the other games, I believe it's NFL Fever, you can kind of just put them, whichever one you want to watch first is what you want to watch first. Maybe it's Madden. One of them allows you to kind of create the storylines. This one we kind of have to hope that things work in our favor, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We're still having fun doing the content and watching the games and having all sorts of a good time. Like I keep reminding you, we will most likely be moving on to NFL Fever 2004. I've said that for like 3 seasons now, so I say most likely just to kind of pad myself and give myself a little bit of breathing room just in case. Ideally, in the most exciting form of the world, I would be able to do one of these in real time with the actual NFL season, but I'd have to bunch some stuff up and figure it out. But I don't also trust that they're going to be able to do, or they're going to allow you to do that in Madden NFL. So I don't know. Maybe we run 2 with each other on Sundays. Who knows? It's a whole other thing. Don't worry about that. I'm getting too much in my head. Let's advance. Let's watch the Titans play the Jaguars, and we will do it. Week 16 is here. As we flip over to this camera right here and get you set for NFL action here. The 9th ranked Titans. I know we've had a lot of these teams on multiple times in the last couple of weeks. That's how it goes every single season. That's how it works. We stick with the teams that are hot. We stick with the teams that are 25th in passing defense, huh? We stick with the competitive matchups, fighting for playoff spots, and those are usually the same teams over and over and again. So, the Jacksonville Jaguars 11-3, the Tennessee Titans 8-6. As we get ready for game number 1, Corey Dillon and Steven Davis.
You know I do. You're watching the right game. Corey Dillon comes in as one of the finest running backs in the game. You just can't coach that kind of moves that this guy has.
You just can't coach it. All right, where is... Do I have this on my... Oh, no, it's... I don't have this in a folder.
He's averaged 85 yards and around a touchdown a game.
Okay, Peter, now let's go to midfield for the coin
Week
toss.
16, game number 1, and we are ready to roll.
Heads. They call heads. It is tails.
The Jaguars elect to receive the kickoff.
So we will get a look at the Jacksonville Jaguars offense first. James Allen's longest kick return this season, only 23 yards. We almost saw a kickoff return for a touchdown. That was pretty exciting. That is a deep kick, and thank goodness they just take the knee. They'll bring it out to the 20. The big news is regarding kickoffs this season. They're changing them. They're going to adopt the XFL kickoff. If it's more exciting than watching people watch it go out of the back of the end zone, that's a win. And if the players are colliding and at less speed, then fantastic. Everybody wins. Nice catch there for 9. Jacksonville with a good start. And we'll take a quick look at their offense.
Up first are the big guys, the offensive line.
Bob Whitfield brings size and power to this line, and they are ready for battle.
Next up, the receiving core.
Derek Mason stands
Derek
out
Mason,
the best
Joey
of the
Galloway,
bunch.
Tony Gonzalez. That is a really solid receiving core.
3 catches a game.
Finally, here's the general and
Oh, and they do have Brett Favre. That's who I thought they did. Man, this is a good offense. It's a really good offense. We've seen them a couple of times. I don't think we've seen Jacksonville super consistently, but like maybe I've underrated their offense. It makes sense why they are in first place in the AFC South. The AFC South and the NFC West have been the 2 best divisions in football. They each have like, well, the AFC South has like one really, really bad team, but they both could send 3 teams to the playoffs. You could be looking at 2 divisions that have half of the playoff participants, which is wild.
Made a nice run, and it all hinges on this move here. Just a sharp little poke.
Nice run right up the middle for Corey Dillon. It's a 1st and 10 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sunny in Florida today, apparently.
Ball on the 36. They line up with their tight end right.
If you're watching this live, happy April Fool's Day. Did you get fooled?
No gain on the play.
I was hopeful, and then it turned out to be a joke, but I don't know that I was necessarily fooled by anything. I think I got briefly fooled by Greg Miller making a post about building a PC, and then I realized what day it was. So maybe I did get fooled. Maybe I did get fooled. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Let's get back to the game.
There's one of those posts where you want to think of like a quippy response to it, and then you're like, oh wait, some of the first reply is like, that's bait. that's bait up there. Oh, gotcha. 2nd down and 10. Favre drops back and finds Gonzalez over the middle. It was a 1-step drop, quick decision. The pass is complete for a big gain of about 14, and that'll pick up the 1st down.
2 guys on him and still made the catch.
Oh, the dream, 2 guys on you. You know what I mean?
can't coach that.
Yeah, and
You
with no
can't
recovery,
coach
I'm
that.
really surprised the pass came
That was like his
way at all.
catchphrase, huh? If you like this content, by the way, Kofi from Secret Base has been doing some interesting stuff in the NBA sphere, and bringing in some old teams into current NBA. He just put one up about randomizing the LeBron era that I'd like to watch. With different styles of content, because it's 1 hour. Oh, that's a nice interception right there. That's a Brett Favre throw if I've ever seen one.
Defensive play to
That's
come
a
away
terrific
with
defensive play by the Tennessee Titans.
Brett Favre gets some heat in the backfield.
Man.
You have to believe that it caused this pass to not go where he wanted it to.
There wasn't much pressure. It was a short drop. It was just a terrible throw.
play on the
It's a
ball.
terrible throw and a great play on the ball by Bryant on the back end, and first and 10. Drew Bledsoe, Super Bowl 36 rematch.
Ball on the
I think that's when they
47.
played each other. Well, they only averaged 1.7. I would have thought with Brett Favre as the quarterback, you would be averaging more. It's a run to Steven Davis, and they knew what they were.
Let's go over the
They knew what Tennessee was going to try and do.
the Titans.
Shot the gap and dropped him for a loss of 1. Quickly, though, about the Kofi videos, they are different than my style of content because they do
Next up are the receivers.
like a whole season in one. I haven't watched the newest one, but I've watched some of the other ones. And it's more simulation gameplay based, but
Finally, here's the
it
general
is still
and
interesting.
his
So
next
if you
in
like
command.
that, or if you like this, watch that. Hey, if you like that, watch this. It's just a longer form version of it where we watch 3 hours of football every week. You gotta dust off that copy of NFL Fever 2004. Then it'll be NFL 2K4, and then we'll go to Madden 05, and then NFL 2K5.
Tight end is
And I think that takes us through the entire year of 2025.
Bledsoe drops back.
Bledsoe drops back and throws over the middle. It's caught, or at least in the hands of Davis,
Jaguars
but
starting
knocked out on the hit, so incomplete pass. 3rd down and 11 coming up after the turnover.
To the offensive line all game long.
That's followed by the
So where would that
linebackers.
Ray
take
Lewis
us?
pulls together all the loose ends and reads the quarterback's eyes like a book.
Finally, Peter, the secondary.
Ryan McNeil shadows his receiver like he's glued to him.
Now back to the game. It's 3rd and 11. Bledsoe, fades back, throws, spins.
Yeah, that would take us like
Gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt me. They're going for it on 4th and inches.
going on 4th and inches.
They go with
I think
the
there'd be
I
one more.
formation.
All right, 4th and 1. They're going with a run to Davis. Oh, they got him in the backfield on the very first play of the game, but they couldn't polish him off on the 4th and 1. It actually looked like it was a pretty good, some pretty good penetration off the left side of the offensive line, but a good job to bounce it away from that defender, find just enough of a crease,
What do you think of
and
that
he has a
play?
first down.
To score how it is, I would shy away from it, but it worked out. That's one heck of a throw
3.
of the dice.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Bledsoe drops back. Throws. He's tackled right away, but there's enough yards there.
Yeah, but take us to like November 11th, 2025, just to get through Madden 2005.
He sends a telegram to his man for the completion. Take a look.
That's a nice route on the outside. Good throw.
This passing offense spends so much time in practice running plays and patterns that it's almost instinctive at this point.
You have that weird brain thing where you're like, I have to figure this problem out, and I have to figure it out now. It's like, brain, please, can you give me a break?
Ball on
No.
27.
So 1st down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Tennessee driving off the turnover from Jacksonville.
Davis
We go with a run on first down to Steven Davis, and again, pretty good job by the Jacksonville defensive line. Wraps them up after only a gain of one, or a gain of only one.
It's 2nd and 9.
Pitch to the outside. This Jacksonville defense really selling out to stop Davis. He'll pick up another yard. 2 yards on 2 plays, and that should end the first quarter. It's a goose egg game through 1, unless for some reason they decide to run one more play, and kind of a gutsy call to run on a 4th and 1 play. But it's benefiting Tennessee as they're able to continue the drive and get deep into Jacksonville territory. Each team with 1 possession. Jacksonville obviously with the turnover. 3 minutes of time of possession to 2 minutes of time of possession. And that is that. Oh, I had to make sure that that video went up correctly. Pretty sure it did, but you never know.
3rd and 8.
It did. It sure did.
Single back formation.
Bledsoe's going to drop as the field is flipped. Another nice throw. Oh, unfortunately, Joe Jaravicius is with an injury. I forgot that it does that, where it does not move the down and distance until after the injury is taken care of. Jaravicius comes up a couple yards short, and it's 4th and 2. So a good hold by the Jacksonville defense. They bent, but they did not break. They'll give up the field goal try here with 4:57 to go in the second on this 4th and 2 play. Kick is up. It is good. So Tennessee cashes in 3 points off the turnover.
Owen Bachman boots this through the uprights without too
And
much hassle. Straight
we're off and running. Oh, interesting to see a kicker, number 9. I don't know if
McNair's
McNair's number is retired. Certainly would not have been retired during this time frame because he was, playing for the team. But
3-0. Bachman sets up and will kick it away. It's away.
kick is a little bit shorter this time, able to return up to the 20 to the 25, and he'll finally get knocked down at the 29-yard line. Oh my goodness, sorry.
Well, last time they had it, they turned it over on the interception. Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
Let's go, guys. Get the fans something to cheer for.
They line up with 3 wide.
Okay, so Favre under center for their second drive of the game. They're going to get it right back into his hands and throw a little ahead of the receiver. Maybe jammed on the jammed to the line of scrimmage, perhaps.
Michelle?
Well, he just got back from the locker room, and the doctors are saying that it's a minor dislocation of the shoulder.
Oh.
They're taping it up, and there's a small chance that he may be able to return.
It's all good. Just a minor shoulder dislocation. He'll be back soon. A small chance that he'll be back. But that's a big injury for Jaravicius. It could be a big injury for this Titans offense. There's a nice play to Galloway from Brett Favre to pick up a first down. Make sure they just keep slinging it there, gunslinger.
And there was definitely not a lot of room for error.
Oh, absolutely. There was not a lot of room for anything.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Mason goes in motion.
What?
Dillon will run it. Gibson
Dillon picks up 5, and it's a second down after the nice gain.
This one off his left guard, and not a bad pickup. Just some nice yards there.
I was trying to figure out why the Chicago baseball games are so early today. I would guess have something to do with the weather, but second down and 5. A shift here for the Jacksonville offense. It's a big old jumbo set, maybe. I don't know. Number 85 has taken their sweet time to get to their spot on the other side of the formation. My goodness. That is some clock management. Favre drops back short. Ooh, tipped. Looked like he actually had the receiver on the long route, but kind of put it in this weird no offensive player's land where it was too far for this short receiver, too short for the long receiver. And lucky it wasn't picked off yet again. The only player that was able to get a hand on it was a Tennessee Titan. 3rd down and 5 after the incompletion. Favre drops and throws into some coverage, but jarred loose and incomplete pass. Intended receiver is Derek Mason on the play. Sean Landetta spells his name correctly. Comes out on a 4th and 5 as we are notified that the Mariners-Guardians game starts in 15 minutes. But you could have already been watching it on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex because it posts at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'll have to record that game after this game. And you can do that live on Twitch. Saturday we'll wrap up the regular season, get you set for the playoffs. We'll have gameplay tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific time on the channel. Not 100% sure what it's going to be as Bledsoe fires. Nice move to make a man miss, and he'll pick up the 1st down. So he'll get it by about a yard.
Johnny Morton was the man in the middle on that play. Watch this. Oh, great.
It's a really nice throw in anticipation of where he was going to be. That ball was out of their hands before he was even turned around. I love those kinds of throws.
Ball at the 25-yard line.
Johnny Morton, 49 receptions, 588 yards. High formation with 2 receivers split to the bottom of the screen. Going with a handoff to Davis. Great job to cut it up the middle and pick up 5 yards. Halfway through quarter number 2, Tennessee holding on to a 3-point lead.
It's 2nd and 5. Two tight ends on the field.
Going with a handoff to Davis yet again. That's a great decision as he gets through the middle. He's off and running. He's inside the 40, down to the 30, to the 34, 36 yard line, excuse me. And we are going to hit the 2-minute warning. A terrific run by Davis. Love the back-to-back handoffs there. Punish this defensive line. Great blocking. Great job to get out of at least the 1 tackle. Number 47 is going to be the only guy that's going to have angle on him as he runs up this sideline. Thrown down after a huge gain in Tennessee. In good position here.
The Titans have a first after the big run on that last play. Davis is behind the quarterback, and we'll see if he has another big play here.
Bledsoe drops back and fires. Errant throw. Again, maybe a little contact at the line of scrimmage or just a couple of hit boxes colliding. We saw Favre try to make a throw on a similar type of route, and it was also a pretty bad throw with some contact or perhaps just kind of hitbox jostling early in the route. Threw off the timer.
Ball on the 26. Bledsoe drops back.
Bledsoe throws a pick deep in his opponent's territory. And that'll even up the interceptions at 1 thrown per team. I mean, that's just an ill-advised throw in any situation. Favre's throw was really bad. Really bad because the only player that, I mean, it was a great play by the defense on both of those turnovers, but into triple coverage is a terrible decision. And with the way this season could be ending, could cost the Titans a playoff spot, depending on what happens later. Going with a handoff to Dillon, met after just a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
It's 2nd and 9.
Going with a handoff to Dillon again. He'll try the right side of the line and pick up about 4. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Jacksonville not really all that aggressive. There's two reasons you should be aggressive. Reason number 1 would be sudden change play. Your offense has the advantage. Go for the big throw. Deep down the field, you have the gunslinger to do it. Number 2, you're under 2 minutes to go. Some kind of urgency would be fantastic. Nice ankle tackle. We will see a timeout used as the Jaguars get into Tennessee territory. We'll take a look at the replay. That's a pretty dangerous throw as well. 5 players in the area, 2 offensive players to 3 defensive players. Yikes. So 1st and 10, 2 timeouts for the Jacksonville Jaguars to work with.
47 seconds to go.
With a handoff to Dillon. Good job to at least break 1 tackle. They'll take a timeout. I don't love the play call, and I especially don't love the timeout. Just run the ball to the line. You're, for some reason, committed to running the ball. Just...
Ball on the 43.
Fernando Bryant has an interception. His first pick of the season. Good for you. Congratulations. 2nd and 7. Favre with a short rollout finds a receiver breaking toward the sideline. Spun down after he got hit. 3rd and final timeout used by Jacksonville.
That's their final one.
1st and 10 though for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Watch here and see why. A nice catch there, and then he's off.
Well, he ends up with a few more. He's a receiver who does, a lot more than just receive, Peter. Ball at the 26-yard line. They have their
1st down and 10. From the Tennessee 26, Favre throws. Gentle pass to the left-hand side. Or to the left hash mark, and Joey Galloway is the receiver on that one. There's a nice spike from Favre with 24 seconds to go. Gee, if you hadn't run that, used a timeout after that, well, that's still, it's a good call either way.
24 seconds on the game clock. They're going with the eye.
Dillon will run, a nice run. Except for they don't have like a whole lot of time to work with. You can't spike the ball on 3rd down and 4. They're going to do it anyway, though. I mean, I guess you can spike the ball on 3rd down and 4. I think you'd want to try and hold it until 3 seconds. That was not a well-executed drive at all. Not a well-executed drive.
Nedney lines up for the field goal. It's away. Good. It easily sails between the uprights.
Change up the tags on my stream a little bit.
Nedney delivers big time. What a crucial kick. A solid field goal ties the game.
And he is clearly thrilled to make that one. They needed it badly.
Absolutely.
The Jaguars headlock the game with that score. Nedney lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff.
So the field goal is up. The field goal is good, and we are moving on to halftime here.
This one.
Nice little run back. He'll get it right to the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 with 7 seconds to go. My eyes are driving me absolutely nuts
There's
today.
really only time for one more play before halftime. Let's see what they do with it.
Ball at the 20.
Teams aren't great about like working with Hail Marys. Saw them a lot in ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. Yep, they'll go with the pitch. Steven Davis will pick up half a yard, and we will head to halftime.
And we're all knotted up. Let's go to Clark Dishman in the ESPN studios for a halftime update.
Welcome to the ESPN Halftime Update. It's time for a quick review of the numbers from the first half of play. The Titans come into halftime having held their own in this game, and it's due in no small part to an effective run-stopping front line. The numbers tell the story here. Corey James has done well so far and currently has a total of 4 tackles. A clear choice for our ESPN hot at the half player. That's our halftime report.
Surprising that they picked a hot at the half player that doesn't have an interception. That seems odd.
Let's send it back to Dan and Peter.
Nedney sets up and will kick it away to start the third quarter.
Tennessee will get the ball to start half number 2. We're all knotted up at 3, and that is a deep kick that'll take a knee on the U. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Close game so far, and even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love to score on this drive.
Ball on the 20.
First down and 10. Bledsoe, short drop, hit after the throw. More than likely a roughing the passer in today's game. Back then, it's just taking a good old-fashioned hit on a 2-yard gain. Way to sacrifice your hip for 2 yards there, Bledsoe. The Titans off to a positive start. Maybe not a good one, but hey, at least got some positive yards. 2 interceptions this season for Chad Cota. 2nd down and 8, empty backfield. Bledsoe in the shotgun as he takes the snap, rolls and steps up, fires. Finds a receiver for a gain of 3. Is that Dudley? Nice little find in the flat. A lot of movement there in the backfield for Drew Bledsoe. I don't know if this game has like a happy feet mechanic where they start moving around all weird, but if it does, it showed itself on that play. Bledsoe drops and fires. That's a nice completion. I actually thought that was the wrong receiver. I didn't expect him to come up with that grab. Looked like I thought he was maybe going to the next player going across the other way. That was a dangerous pass. It was a dangerous pass if he was going to the receiver behind on like the slightly deeper in cut, but perfect for the out cut. 1st and 10.
Ball at the 36-yard line. They line up with their
I formation, 2 receivers to the bottom side of the screen. Bledsoe again to the air. That one's in and out of the hands. Looking for kind of more of a finesse catch. That feels like the perfect catch to drive on. Try and just hit them. Either they hear the footsteps or you get solid contact in there that does kind of slip that ball out of the hands. Not a bad throw. Felt like a pretty catchable ball, but just a nice defensive play.
in motion.
2nd and 10 for Bledsoe, who drops and fires. That is another dangerous pass. These quarterbacks are getting lucky with some of their locations. There's been multiple defenders around multiple passes.
Take a look. There's the throw, right in between the numbers.
He had them lined up just right, and they connected for a decent gain. All at the 48-yard line.
It's a good drive for the Tennessee Titans nearing midfield. Been a pretty okay defensive drive for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, Tennessee's picked up a couple first downs, sure, but it doesn't seem like anything's all that big. That's a 7-yard gain right there. Not like there's been a 20 or 30 yard, multiple 20 or 30 yard gains. It's just been kind of, sure, you're giving them first downs for giving up first downs, and you are kind of losing the field position game. Second down and 3 from the 45-yard line. Going with a handoff to Davis, bounces it to the far sideline. Nice gain of 5, maybe 6 on that one, and it's a fresh set of downs. Tennessee looking at one of those drives that's going to just take the entire quarter. Really going to be a big thing if they can get it into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good. It's still points on the board. You can trust your defense, maybe pick off Favre again for some kind of turnover.
All on the 38.
Tennessee definitely feels like they're playing their style of ball game, though. Football game, that is. Schlesinger. Get your fullbacks involved. He takes that fullback dive for 3. And it's second down and 7.
Ball at the 35-yard line.
Second and 7, pitch to the outside. Pretty well blocked out there, and Davis is able to have a huge gain inside the 25-yard line. That is so well blocked, you could really... We're going to get a look at the replay here. Has the speed. It's a good job to at least break that tackle, though he doesn't get a ton of yards after it, so... It's still a great effort there, but the block on the outside, you can see it on that previous angle, completely took that player out of the play.
The Titans are putting a good drive together. First down. Muhammad goes in motion. Bledsoe.
First and 10 for Bledsoe. Throws over the middle, tipped by the Jacksonville defense and incomplete. Muhammad, the intended target on the play. 39 seconds to go here in quarter number 3, and a second down and 10 coming up.
Second and 10.
Ray Lewis, 2 tackles, 1 tip in today's game. Bledsoe drops short and fires to the flat. It's a pretty okay catch. A better tackle, though. Made sure that he was not able to get any yards after that catch. Forced him back for a loss of about half a yard. Third down and 10. Jacksonville, their defense is bent and bent and bent, but they have not broken yet. 3 receivers and trip set to the bottom of the screen. 1 back. Single receiver by themselves. It's going to be a throw over the middle, and again, just kind of like a little shove there. Pop the ball loose, and Jaravicious can't come up with a reception. Would have been pretty short of the first down, or well short of the first down. I don't know if you go for it on 4th down in that scenario, and obviously if he catches the ball, there is the potential for him to get some yards after catch, making a nice move. But it doesn't matter when the catch isn't made. 4th and 10 is going to bring out the kicking unit. It's up. We're good. And we have a 6-3 ball game. Tennessee up. Oh my goodness.
Hockman will will kick this one away.
Sometimes I just fail to understand how tired I get.
It's off.
Like I'm perfectly fine out there, and then I come in here and I sit down and I'm like, oof.
Deep.
Final play of the third quarter is a big run back up to the 27-yard line, and that is where Jacksonville will take over with their first possession of half number 2. Stay tuned right after this break. A word from our sponsors.
They allowed a field goal on defense. Now it's their turn to deliver on offense. Let's see what they do.
Ball on the 27.
All right, D. Serve down. Finish strong. No more point.
Favre fades back.
Favre drops and fires. It's off the hands and incomplete. It looked like there was a little bit of a reach for it. Galloway's been a popular target today, but a little inconsistent. 2nd down and 10.
Ball at the 27-yard line.
Favre drops back. That was a really good drive. Looked like he was going for the interception there, but didn't get there. Instead, got the tackle on Derek Mason after just a 6-yard gain. Feels really big if Tennessee can get off this field without giving up any more, without giving up a tie or giving up the lead. 3 receptions, 32 yards on the day for Derek Mason. It's a 3rd down and 4 from their own 33-yard line. Going with a run to Dillon. Dillon met at the line of scrimmage, could not get off any of the hit boxes or any of the blocks. Falls down. It's a gain of 0. No gain. Yeah, go Cougs. Tennessee holds the advantage by 3 with under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Maybe not the most exciting game, but we've had some really nice defensive plays, which is always a positive. I get teased with perhaps a punt block, but it never comes through for me. 1st down and 10.
Well, it's a close game and time is running out. You have to love these situations. This is a big drive here.
Ball on the 42.
Bledsoe dropping back and fires. Nice little out route there, and kind of a similar result to the last time he hit that. I don't think it was that specific receiver, but he hit a route very similar to that earlier in the game. Ball's going to be out of Bledsoe's hand before he even turns around. Nice job to identify it, catch that ball, and get upfield for a huge gain.
Fine sorbet, cleansing the palate before a big meal of a run.
That is beautiful.
I've been, collecting some food metaphors for you.
He's been fighting hard after every catch, Dan, and that makes his entire offense super.
We're in Jacksonville territory. Pitch to Dillon. He'll lose 1.
Tackles him a couple of yards behind the line.
Wow, the D displayed some great speed on that 1st down. They left absolutely nowhere to run on the outside.
Rough day for the
It's 2nd and 11.
Philadelphia Phillies. That's weird. We have a no-hitter in progress as we see Steven Davis rip off a big run off the right side. It's a monster 14-yard gain or so.
Matt Burke started the ball rolling by delivering.
We're going to get a look at the block this time around.
Oh, boy. What a nice stop. Took him out of the play altogether.
Yeah, he took him so far out of the play.
Kind of weird.
Need to petition the league to get back in.
Nice one.
Kyle Tucker with 2 home runs. And Yandy Diaz. Couple of Yainer Diaz.
But they're going to need
You ain't
more than
him?
a half-hearted arm tackle to put him down.
Hey guys, I think the Houston Astros are going to be just fine. They may have gotten swept by the Yankees, but they're beating the snot out of the Toronto Blue Jays. It'll be okay. 2nd down and 3. Davis with a nice run. Should run this down to the 2-minute warning. Not to double up on the word run, but they should use this clock correctly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning.
Please stop playing copywritten music. These are like one of like 4 videos. Seasons are so inconsistent. Like some of them have copywritten stuff, some of them don't. The speakers come on. There's a good pitch to Davis and a better move. They'll give him forward progress and a 1st down. Jacksonville will take their first timeout. One more 1st down, that should just about end it, though this game might give us some silly shenanigans.
Ball on the 12.
That's a nice move for Davis. Davis finds 6 yards. Jacksonville 2nd timeout. It's actually kind of a benefit for them to not get the 1st down.
Terrific move. Nice yardage to boot.
Well, that stiff arm bought him some bonus yards there. It does pay to be aggressive when you've got the football.
Second down and 4.
150 on the game clock. Davis with the ball.
Run for Davis. Davis finds a little bit of room. So 3rd and final timeout for Jacksonville. If Tennessee can pick up a timeout, or a timeout, they can pick up a 1st down. They can get the free bonus timeout. No, if they can pick up a 1st down here, they can end the game with some kneel downs. Touchdown would obviously put this game well out of reach, scoring-wise. Davis is going to try and bounce it outside. He's into the end zone. Barely crossed that plane and said, yep, touchdown.
Davis shuttles into the end zone for the touchdown. And there's the score.
Yep, there it is. Just a nice little jaunt into the end zone.
Absolutely.
So 12-3 with 1 minute and 42 seconds. Jacksonville, no timeouts. And Tennessee solidifying their hope for a playoff position. We will be seeing the New York Jets take on the New England Patriots later on in today's game. Kick is down, kick is up, kick is good. No, Elvis Garbach. You were on the Packers last year, or maybe a year or two before. A year or two before?
13-3. Lines up for the kickoff. Nice kick. Westbrook fields it in the end zone. 20.
Not a bad run back there. Got a reverse Jordan shrug happening here.
Miracle or 3, but they have the smallest of small margins to win.
It's a sportsy day today. NBA, MLB.
The clock is down to 1 minute and 38 seconds.
The women's tournament going on right now. Iowa won anyway, so it didn't matter. There's a nice find over the middle. Galloway comes through with some sure hands up to the 35-yard line.
They're going with 3 wideouts. Barr pulls out. Throws.
Oh, that's a huge play. Big play. All the way inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. Some good throws here by Favre. I think that's going to make that touchdown all that more important. If you just give up a field goal right now, you're fighting to hold on to a win rather than just 10 for 17, 144. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Stands and throws off the hands, incomplete. That was a weird-looking play. Favre smartly gets it out of his hands. Not often you're going to hear people say the words Brett Favre and smart near each other these days.
3rd and 1.
We could maybe not have a Green Bay quarterback turn into a complete friggin' bozo, that'd be great. Jordan Love, please just like be cool. Far flushed, fires, caught by Joey Galloway, touchdown. That is an excellent drive for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but it's just a touch too little too late. That's really bad defense by the Tennessee Titans. They do, it's good recognition by number 21. Went for the swat, perhaps the interception. Animation looked more of like the bat down animation, but comes up short. And allows that touchdown to go in with 53 seconds to go here in quarter number 4.
There's the kick. He adds the extra point. The Jaguars cut it close. It's still anybody's game. The score, 13-10.
We had no touchdowns for the first 18 minutes of this game, and then all of a sudden the last 2 possessions have been, you have a touchdown, you can have a touchdown. Enjoy scoring 6 points or 7 points instead of a measly 3.
It's away. Legends gets it off the bounce. The Titans cover up.
They almost recovered that. I could not tell what happened there because it was like really weird. This is the best kickoff, or best onside kick opportunity we've seen. Just off the hands, and then instead of going for the ball immediately, they try to go in and block, and near disaster. Crisis averted, which is a big positive.
Hey, they could walk away with this one.
52 seconds on the clock.
Looking
And 2
for.
tight ends in.
I'll take a knee. Second down and 12. Not that it really matters.
It's now 2nd and 12. He'll take a knee, and the clock will wind down.
Take a knee, and that'll do it. 13-10, the final score here today.
The Titans
win a tight one, though it was, I mean, it was pretty close. I mean, it's a fine score, 13-10. It was 6-3 for most of it. We saw a lot of field goals early, a couple of touchdowns to polish it off. And that is, that's a big win for Tennessee. I don't think it does a whole lot to affect the Jacksonville Jaguars in their pursuit of first place in the AFC South. I think it might crack the door open, excuse me, a little bit for the
Their front four manhandled the line of scrimmage and was a big part
Indianapolis Colts, but
Stephen
Davis, 108 yards. He's a player of the game. One touchdown.
That will do it for now. Make sure you tune into the weekly wrap-up.
59 yards after the first hit.
Highlights and insight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.
All right. Well, there you go. That's game number 1. It's so weird that there's no like loading screen there. We have some results coming in from the early games. Ooh. Interesting. Seahawks and Rams is going to be game number 2. We are in Seattle, which is a city I sure do enjoy being in. 19th overall. St. Louis Rams. 17th overall for the Seattle Seahawks. A much better defense than offense. Top 10 defense in both categories. Bottom 5 in both offensive categories. Gross. Hey, there's Trent Dilfer. 2 8-6 teams. Winner has the inside track for a wild card spot. The second wild card spot out of the NFC West. Holmgren taking on Martz. 2 very similar colors on the jackets.
It's a mixture of good play calling, good execution, and good players.
slightly different shade of blue, I guess. Or is it just like that's the raincoat? What's happening there? What's going on there with those jackets?
They are that good. Look for his schemes to force a few big plays today.
Peter, thanks. It's time now for the coin toss.
Rams are selecting. They select heads.
Heads it is.
The Rams will receive, and we're about to get underway.
St. Louis will get the ball first in Seattle.
And we're about to get underway.
Kicks off in the rain.
This is a beauty. Bennett catches it in the
No
end zone.
return here, and then we'll take it out at the. They will bring it out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the St. Louis Rams. I forget who was in first place.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
So it looked like Arizona won the game today, so that could tie up first place for the NFC West.
Empty backfield. Miller drops back.
Miller dropping back, fires over the middle, caught, and just a touch short of the first down marker for Ricky Prohl. Prohl.
The offensive line.
Kyle Turley keeps the quarterback healthy, and he and his line are ready to go.
Next up, the receiving core.
Ricky Prohl can break the game wide open when he gets the ball.
Ricky Prohl, Bubba Franks, Green Bay Packer, Travis Taylor,
catches a game.
And lastly, the man who calls the plays.
Jim
and
Miller.
the guys who back him up.
Edrin James
Oof.
sets the tempo in this group.
Oof.
On the ground this season, he's averaged 65 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
Back to the field now.
It's a good pass play to get us started here. So we took a look at his season stats, long of 50. It is 2nd and inches from just outside or just shy of the 30-yard line. Miller drops and fires over the middle, but he left his hands on the bench. That should have been a catch. It was right there for the taking. Incomplete pass. That's up 3rd down and 1. Taking a look at the Seattle defense.
Up now are the linebackers.
Sam Coward takes excellent angles to the ball out there.
And lastly, the secondary.
Sam Madison flies around
Sam
the field
Madison.
and gets in receivers' faces.
Let's get back to the game. Third and less than a yard.
Do it again. Do it again.
James with the catch.
James is going to get the carry, sleds off the first. Oh, and a fumble. Oh, my goodness. Seattle recovers. It was a really great effort by Edner and James there. He broke it to the left side, made a man miss, then tried to break it back across the field, but the rainy conditions may have contributed to the fumble. As number 29 comes up and
Really, the rain was clearly a factor there.
Absolutely. It squirted loose
knocks
like
it free. Looked like the helmet was right on the leather.
Yeah.
We will see Kurt Warner bring out the Seahawks offense, playing his former team. 1.3 turnovers per game for the St. Louis Rams. And with a run, left side, Tomlinson makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss, and the third guy's there to take him down after a gain of 5. A nice look at those cheeks.
LaDainian Tomlinson makes a quick adjustment to evade a would-be tackler. Get a load of this. Whoa, that was a
There's
close
one. Nope, they're not going to show the second one, I guess.
grabbing it there.
A surprisingly
There's one.
agile move,
Nice.
Peter. He nearly got dropped on that play.
Definitely made a second guy miss. There was a cool play you could have showed. 2K3.
It's 2nd and 5.
Go give him an inch, baby. Go give him an inch.
2 tight ends on the field.
Tomlinson again trying that left side, picks up 2.
Down.
3rd down and
Let's
3.
run down the Seahawks offense. First up, the offensive line.
Ryan Young powers up the
Stotts,
line considerably,
familiar
and
face.
that will give his quarterback more time.
Next up are the receivers.
Kevin Johnson leads this squad, putting on a big show for the fans. So far this season, he's averaged 47 yards on 3 catches a game.
Last but not least, we have these 3 gentlemen.
Kurt Warner gives this trio its punch. Through the air this season, he's averaged 151 yards and around an interception a game.
Okay, back to the
Wake
action.
up. Wake up. All right, what do you do on 3rd down and 3 here? Do you trust Tomlinson again? I mean, I would. Warner drops back, fires it to the far sideline. Nice catch up to the 8-yard line and converting that 3rd down. It's going to be a 1st and goal. We take a look at the replay. Okay, a bit of a weird looking animation there on the right side. And he was definitely turned around before the ball, like after the ball was out of the hand. And it looked like he was looking like this to catch it over here. Which does not feel like a good strategy.
Let's see if they can put it in. 1st and goal.
We're going to go with Tomlinson right up the middle. Beautiful spin move off the tackle. Touchdown, Seahawks. Just watch this circle move. Bam. Right there and in. It's a great job to spin to avoid the tackle. A shifty move to avoid a second potential tackler, though he was probably pretty well out of position to make anything work against LaDainian frickin' Tomlinson. Seahawks take the turnover and cash it in for points. The kick is up. The kick is good. And we have a 7-0 Seahawks game.
The Seahawks put the first points on the board, 7-0. Ryan is back to kick it away. Got all of his leg behind it.
Kick is away. A deep kick yet again.
And he will decide
Take a knee that time.
And they allowed the touchdown, and now it's their turn to answer right back. Let's see if they can do it.
ball at the 20-yard line.
So the Rams coming off that turnover drive. They start this possession at the same spot they started the last possession, the 20-yard line. Miller's going to hand off, and that's a nice gain of 6 to get this drive off in a positive direction. A little surprising to see Edner and James fumble the ball, but hey, it's bound to happen. I guess Edner and James would kind of be a dome, like a dome specialist, because he played for Indianapolis for so long. In that era where they played in a dome, not the Lucas Oil Field or whatever it is. Sam Coward could use a couple more tackles to break the century mark for the season. 2nd down and 4. And with another handoff met right at the line of scrimmage, but James falls forward, picks up a yard, and makes it 3rd down and 3.
But it didn't open up like he wanted it to, and he stopped pretty quickly.
It's 3rd and about 3. They line up with their tight end right.
Miller's going to drop back and fire. Ooh, into some coverage, but a nice job to pinpoint that high throw. Bubba Frank's coming down with a nice reception there. Might have been a little bit misleading with the angle that we had, but it did seem like kind of a dangerous throw. That angle there makes it seem like it was an easy, it was a pretty easy throw that was almost thrown poorly in a different direction. Instead, I thought the inside defender was going to maybe get in the way and cause some havoc there. Instead, it's actually a better catch high and kind of away from his body
Wide receivers on the field.
to pick up that first down. Nice play, Bubba Franks. 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 41-yard line. They're going right back to the air. Caught, but out of the hands of Rambo.
That catch happened. The ball was a little to his right, I think.
Guess it technically wasn't caught if it was knocked out of his hands, but he had his hands on it. It was an excellent opportunity for a catch, but the hit jars it loose. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's not give me anything. Nothing, baby.
One man back. James with the carry.
James, that's a nice run off the right side. Got an unfortunate hitbox bounce. So instead of it being a,
Made a pretty nice run. Good yards
I don't know,
off second
10-yard gain with a pretty good opportunity for a bigger run, I guess.
3rd and 1.
He's stopped a yard short.
James with the ball.
James bounces it outside, finding some room, and they're wearing this Seahawks offense, or defensive line down, excuse me. 'Cause that's a pretty nice gain right there.
A nice run as he takes off here. And more importantly, he picks up the first down right there.
Good run to convert on 3rd. Keeps the drive alive. Ball on the 44. Haython in motion. James will get the ball again.
James slipping, sliding, working his way up the middle and picking up 8 to end the first quarter. 7-0 Seahawks. They cash in on the turnover, but the defense isn't really holding up their end of the bargain on this drive. St. Louis has figured something out, and they're driving down this field.
7-0.
But 2nd down and 2 when we come back.
All at the 36-yard line.
3 more quarters up. Shut the fuck down.
Taylor goes in motion. The Rams go with the run yet again. Howard prevents that play from going anywhere and stops it at the line.
3rd down. 2 yards to go.
Great stop for the Seattle Seahawks on that play.
It's
As
3rd
they're
and
able
2.
to clog up the middle right where they wanted to go. And they force a 3rd down and 2. They're going to go with James right up the middle again. It's actually pretty good effort by James. He just got contacted a little too soon in the backfield. Otherwise, he barreled over that defender and picked up half of what they needed. We saw the Tennessee Titans go for it on a 4th and 1. Did the Rams do the same thing?
Peterson.
Oh, they're going to go for a field goal. Gross. Maybe the worst possible result of that. Or worst possible decision there. A punt, at least you can make the argument you're trying to play for field position. Ooh, that kick looked wide to the left. Instead, it curls back in and cuts the lead to 4. 7-3. Seattle going to get the ball.
Peterson had the deck stacked against him on that kick and came through with flying colors.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. I would have liked to have seen a 4th and 1 attempt there, because you look at the previous play, even with Edgerrin James being caught in the backfield or contacted in the backfield, still able to fall forward for a yard.
Into the lead, and the game can go anywhere from here.
They averaged 4.5 yards a play on that 10-play, 3.5-minute drive. But they elect to go for the field goal, and it pays off. They get some points on the board, and
It's off.
should they score a touchdown,
Howard
you would look at a 10-7 game rather than a 7-7 game. Nice run back up to the 25. It'll be 1st down and 10.
They came out and ran the field the first time out. It'd be great if they did it again this drive, huh?
There's a bunch of spicy sounds happening outside. Whew.
Let's give the fans a show. Put the points on the board.
Just a bunch of
Tomlinson with the catch.
Tomlinson. Caught by the foot and knocked down. Solid 6-yard gain off that right side. Some sexy loud cars. getting on or off the freeway, perhaps. You can see the Bears took care of the Panthers. Closer score than you might think that it would be, but still the expected result. The Bears are a very good team. There's a run right up the middle for LaDainian Tomlinson. Both of these teams with very good running backs. It's LaDainian Tomlinson on the Seahawks. You have Edner and James on the Rams. Those are guys you want to turn around, hand the ball off to, and just go for it. Kansas City really lose. Kansas City really lose again. They're so bad.
They're going with Dion.
It is first down and 10 from the 38-yard line. We're going to go with a pitch to the outside. Oh, Tomlinson got past the first guy, but the second guy gets him by the shoulder. Second down and 9.
Ball on the 39.
Taking it long, gonna be starting long. Hey, double time, double.
The Seahawks still.
Okay, so they went with the toss play to the outside. That didn't really work. And that time it just looked like LaDainian Tomlinson had like a stretch run or something weird. Didn't look like a great play. I think maybe just kind of up the middle is the spot that you could attack this defense, because they have done a pretty good job picking up chunks of yards, but the last couple of plays have totaled 3 yards together. Trick receiver set to the top side of the formation. Warner drops back, throws it quickly, finds him short of the first down marker, but makes some move and gets knocked out of bounds after picking up a first down. Ismail coming up big for the Seahawks team. Under 2 to go here in quarter number 2.
There's the catch, shy of the first.
So he guns it for the first down. This guy will fight tooth and nail for the yards he needs. Ball at the 45-yard line. Warner drops back.
Warner drops back, deep drop rolling, fires to the flat. Nice reception by Tomlinson, who gets inside the 30 down to the 28, and another first down for the Seattle Seahawks. Good movement in the pocket by Kurt Warner there, and then just a smart decision to, hey, just dump it off, see what they can do. That's what you're looking for. Last 2 passes have been not the deepest passes in the world, but you're giving your receivers, or your running back in that case, in the flat, an opportunity to make a move, get up the field, and get you a first down. And that is what happens on both of those plays. It is first and 10. And Tomlinson, oh my goodness, the strength, the absolute beast strength right there. I know beast mode isn't in the game yet, beast mode, but I mean, I don't know why they're highlighting that. It is 2 incredible pieces of effort from LaDainian Tomlinson to get out of contact there. That block, don't get me wrong, is helpful, but you should be highlighting the flippin' LaDainian Tomlinson, the LT effort. Second down and 1.
It's taking it short, baby. Watch for the run.
Tomlinson gets the handoff. They're going to take a timeout. A little surprised they didn't actually give him the forward progress, but he must have fallen at a weird angle where when his knee hit, he was kind of turned back around. It was an interesting tackle. I like the call there. Just try to pick up the first down. Don't necessarily know if you need to use the timeout in that situation, but whatever. Third down and 1 from the 18-yard line. 1:14 to go here in the second quarter. I hand this ball off again. Instead, they're going to let Warner throw. It's caught over the middle. Excellent concentration as it was off the hands. It looked like it was going to be incomplete. I mean, if it's tipped even any worse, it could be an interception. But instead maintains focus, catches the pass. Bam, bam. First and goal, perhaps? Yeah, first and goal right at that 10-yard line. I always hated that.
Yeah, see
When
no
I would
pass,
play
hear
like
no
sports
pass.
video games, I would always want
Block,
first and
no
goal at
pass.
like the 5.
The Seahawks have a first down. It's their 4th of this drive, and they keep pounding away. Ismail goes in motion.
Warner drops back and fires into the end zone off the hands of a St. Louis Ram. Incomplete. Really lucky that that wasn't picked off by the first guy. And you talk about the tip on the previous play. That one was worse than the previous play. There were a couple of Rams that had an opportunity at it but couldn't get there. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. They line up with 2 wideouts. Warner fades back.
Warner drops and fires, and that's again off the hands of a St. Louis defender.
Tough in wet weather. It's hard to get a lot of air under the ball, and he ended up underthrown.
Third and goal. Warner drops back.
3rd and goal. That one nearly picked off again. 3 terrible throws from Kurt Warner.
Didn't quite get
And
there.
Seattle will have to settle for a field goal after the long drive. I mean, and that's a long drive too, with great conversions. That's going to end with a field goal try.
It'll be a
Oh, Doug Bryan. 2 first names.
There's the kick. Good. An easy field goal from that range.
I guess the Rams knew what they were doing, huh?
Delivers the goods under tough conditions. Look at this. Splits the upright.
With all this rain, that ball could have very easily slipped and gone any which way.
Yeah, but he maintained focus and control and compensated perfectly. You really can't coach that.
The Seahawks lead is now stretched, but still within a single possession. The score, 10-3.
2-minute 51-second drive, 66 yards on
Lines up, signals,
the
and we're ready
possession.
for the kickoff.
and with
Nice kick.
56 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. The Rams will get the ball and they'll return it past the 10, past the 20, and they'll get to the 23-yard line. 52 seconds. Should have all 3 of their timeouts to work with.
Well, this is a great opportunity to bring this game closer before halftime. Let's see if they can make something happen here.
Teams do not do a great job with play calling and clock management inside of a minute. It's very confusing. Miller drops and fires. Caught. That was the last gasp effort there. That was the last chance. If he gets past, it is a huge gain. It's a good concept there. Good route combination. Cleared out the flat for Proel, and he got a few yards after the catch there. The clock is moving down to 30 seconds in the second quarter. Miller drops back and fires, gets a hand up, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10 with 22 ticks on the clock.
He was positioned between the QB and the receiver on that baby. There was no way that was going to be a completion.
22 seconds on the clock. Tight end is lined up left side. Miller fades back.
Miller dropping back and fires. He finds a receiver. It's Proel again. There's a timeout.
Take their first timeout.
First down.
Hold the dice there with a pass into double coverage. But he got it in there. Great throw.
Peter, that's the kind of decision that does not foster good quarterback-coach relations.
Absolutely. The coach has to be happy with the result, though, once he started breathing regularly.
Ball on the 47.
3 receptions, 40 yards, and a 13.3 yard average for Proel. First and 10 inside Seahawks territory. Miller drops back and fires. It's Proel again. He had it in his hands. They jars it loose. It's second down and 10 with 12 seconds on the clock.
2nd and 10.
Look at Nathan. Look at third and long. Force it.
James.
We go with a run to Edner and James. A smart idea as that picks up 9.
Out of Miami.
I'll take a timeout. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
That's their second.
Edwin James was on fire on that run. Talk about keeping it floored, Dan.
A little muscle car running, that's for sure, Peter. Very impressive acceleration.
Oh, yeah, forget about the 40-yard dash time. I want to see his quarter-mile time.
3rd and inches.
They are going to go for it here. Thought they might try and take the field goal. It's a long field goal, 52, 53 yards. Said they'll try to get closer. Time ticking down off the back foot. Wings it. It is caught, and it's a touchdown at the buzzer. That play is surprisingly effective. We've seen a couple of them beat the halftime gun. It's going to be 10-10 heading to halftime, and I don't know that they really deserved it. We saw that the other week, a couple weeks ago with, I forget who. Let me look at my notes, see if I can figure it out. That's not my notes. It's an internet browser.
It's up. Tacks on the extra point. The first half comes to a close, and we're all
We've had the
knotted up.
Tennessee Titans
ESPN
on every
halftime
week for
update
4
with
weeks now.
Clark Dishman is
I'm
coming
so
up
sorry.
next.
Welcome to the ESPN halftime update. The Rams come into halftime having put the skids on just about all passing yardage in this tightly contested first half. If they continue the pressure, they look to emerge with a W. Jim Miller has thrown for a total of 91 yards and 1 touchdown. That makes
Wow,
him
that was enough to get him the hot at the half?
player. That will do it for now.
91 yards, and half of that was on that final play of the game, or of the half, excuse me. Otherwise, he's 4 for 8 for about 50 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. It's a great way for St. Louis to end the half. Pretty big bummer for Seattle, who did such a good job to get down the field. They did have to settle for 3. So 10-10 as we start half number 2.
To begin the second half. There's the kick. Howard fields it deep. Barber makes the stop on the return.
First and 10 for Seattle. See what they have on this drive. They looked pretty good on the last
Ball
one.
at the 23-yard line.
As your host just can't seem to get comfortable in this chair.
They're going with 2 tight ends. Johnson in motion. Warner fades back. Gets it off.
Ooh, Warner.
Complete pass.
He's looking to the right side of the field there, just nowhere to really go with the ball. I don't want to see Seattle abandon the pass game. They've done a great job so far working the ball on the ground. I do think that was a mistake there late in that first half. They went pretty well on the ground, and then they winged it into the end zone 3 times. That's 5 incomplete passes in a row for the Seattle Seahawks.
Saw the pass go a little to his right. Either he or the quarterback wasn't quite where they were supposed to be.
Third and 10.
Hey, baby, just go on and give the pass up.
They're going with 4 wideouts. Warner fades back.
Warner drops back, throws it, and that's incomplete. That's 6 straight incompletions.
3 in a row, and it will
What
be
are the
4th
Seattle
down.
Seahawks doing?
Oh, these guys are almost in different games, let alone different plays. They got to sync up better.
Bears 37, Panthers 26. We do get another look at the Kansas City game, perhaps.
Away after a 3 and out.
Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen from Dayline.
It's away.
Those were some of the most frustrating possessions in the last series or last season.
Middlebrook.
Spun and tackled up the field. First down and 10.
This is great coverage on this one. Look how fast they dropped the return man. He doesn't stand a chance. Pow! Goes down immediately.
Perfectly played by this punt squad. And the special teams coach is congratulating his men on the sideline.
Dan, last time out, these guys went straight down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can repeat that performance.
Ball at the 41-yard line.
We got the position.
Franks goes in motion. Miller drops back.
Miller drops back, fires, intercepted. That is a huge play for the Seattle Seahawks. That is ginormous. Holy moly. They did a whole lot of nothing on their previous drive. That is a hard to exaggerate how big that play is. Second possession for Seattle in 30 seconds of game time.
Even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love to score on this drive.
Fumble and an interception thrown, 2 turnovers in this game. Warner going with a run. That's what you want to see. That is good. It's a positive. I know that it's like, oh man, maybe not the most exciting play in the world. The Damian Tomlinson run off the left side. Seattle's missed 6 passes in a row. There's no reason for them to even be considering throwing the ball at the moment.
It's 2nd and 9.
Get that clock churning, start working it down a little bit.
They have their tight end to the right. Warner fades back.
Warner throws, finds a receiver. Should be Ishmael.
16.
It is indeed. Big gain up the left sideline. It is 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, there it is. Man, you can't coach that.
Yeah,
You
with
can't
double
coach
coverage, I'm
that.
really surprised the pass came his way at all. Ball at the 31-yard line. They have
Take a
3
look at
receivers in.
Ishmael's stats there. 1st down and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to go with Tomlinson. He'll try to stretch it to the outside. I don't know what's happened to the Seahawks team. Run it inside. They've been too cute with the passing game. That hasn't really worked in their favor. They've been a little too cute with the running game. That's losing them yards as well. I feel like they're getting away from their identity, especially in the first half that they had. 2 yards lost on that last play. Going with the play action fake. Ooh, in between a bunch of defenders, but threads the needle and finds Jackson. Johnson. Darn it.
3 guys on
Darn it.
this play. Oh, incredible, he makes the catch.
A very tough catch.
Dan, it was so crowded he had to wear
How crowded was it?
he had to wear a name tag so the quarterback could spot him.
How tight was it?
Ball at the 19-yard line. Warner drops back.
1st and 10 for Warner. Throws the ball. It's off the hands of the intended target, Ishmael.
But the ball drifted
And
just
it
a
is
little
incomplete. Again, not really sure why you're not trying to control this clock. Start winding it down. Get a little bit more into the run game here, as the passing game's been inconsistent at best.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass seems to make it a little more difficult to want to try and run the play here. They are in field goal range, so that's a positive.
Barely gets it.
Instead, they'll go over the middle. He'll be caught 2 yards short of the line of game.
pass, and it'll make this 3rd down a whole lot easier coming up.
It's 3rd and 2.
Just play it right now and save yourself some pain, man.
Warner drops back.
Warner drops and can't find anywhere to go.
Got shaken
Good
up.
clutter there by the St. Louis Rams. Unfortunately, we do have an injury for number 79.
3-yard loss on the play.
We're going to call it 4th down and 5.
Bryan can give his team the lead here in the
And
third.
here comes double name Doug Bryan.
It's away. Good. He's accurate from that range.
Kick is up, kick is good. Seattle takes advantage of
Brian really does a nice
of
job.
another turnover, this time to the tune of 3 points.
Right through the upright.
Boy, you could hardly tell that he did that in the middle of a rainstorm.
Eight-play scoring drive. 2 minutes 43 seconds off the clock.
Will kick this one away.
And with 1:43 to go in the third, the St. Louis Rams trail by 3.
Strong kick.
Here's the kick. This is the end zone that's kicking into the wind, it must be, because that one's coming up way short, whereas the other ones are way deep in the end zone. All right, 1st and 10 for St. Louis.
Well, last time they had it, they turned it over on the interception. Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
Ball on the 23.
The inside of my knee edge. Ugh. Ugh.
Single back formation. Miller fades back. Sits tight. Throws.
Nice snag. That's Provo, I believe.
Man out of Wake Forest. Zott was
So we
injured a
have
bit
Provo
ago,
and
now we have the
Ishmael.
report. Let's go to Michelle Westfall.
The official report is a strained groin muscle. There's a small chance that he can return. But on the other hand, you don't want to put him in too early and risk any
6 for 11, just shy of 100 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Someone is going to have to take up the slack for the rest of the
I
game.
think that's incorrect. Was there a different quarterback they brought in? Gonna hand this ball off to Edner and James, who's gonna leapfrog a man and get up near the 45-yard line.
Edrin James is fearless on this play. Watch this move here. You see what I mean, Dan? No fear, just pure determination and the will to fight back.
That looked painful. You know, that guy, he's stiff-armed, might want to buy him a pair of leather gloves for Christmas.
Hey, yeah, and if he needs to know his hand size, all he has to do is look down at that mark on his chest.
Ball on the 44. Miller drops back, throws, caught in the
There's a
backfield.
nice throw out to the flat into Seahawks territory, down to the 37-yard line or so. As I take a quick look at some of the
Ball at the 37-yard line.
some of the April Fool's foods. James with the run off the left side.
It's the end of the third quarter. The Seahawks currently enjoying a slight advantage, but it's anybody's game, 13-10.
13-10 here.
It's second and about 7 yards.
First ever variety. Oh, let's go. Portland Cider Co. That's a taste test video. There's a pass interference. I was checking the Mariners game. I got distracted on Instagram there for a second. My bad. Here, we'll comment on this. I hope this is at a store near me.
The Rams will have the first down off the penalty. Hall gets set
Tight
after
little city there.
penalty.
Big penalty for the St. Louis Rams. See if they can take advantage of it. That's a good start. Second down and 5 all the way down to the 20. Did I just hit my second wind? Is that it?
Right, and get some decent yards on that first down play.
Ball on the 20.
Seattle currently up 4-2.
James
2-on-2 out in the top of the fourth. Oh my goodness, Edger and James turning on his own version of beast mode. Beef mode. Speaking of beast mode, I gotta watch bottoms.
Edgerrin James made a tremendous run.
I saw an ad, or not, like an announcement that it's coming to physical.
No one is gonna stop him.
Like it wasn't on physical already, or if it's coming to 4K, I don't know what it was. But I saw it, and I was like, oh, I remembered that I wanted to watch that. Movie was in theaters for approximately 3 days. I'm kidding, probably a week. So first down and goal, about a minute gone here in quarter number 4.
First down.
Miller drops back, fires, it's caught. It'll be second down and goal from the 3-yard line. 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. This is a big game. Couple of 8-win teams. Every team in the NFC West is guaranteed at least a 500 record. James looking for some room up the middle, but nowhere to go. Seattle blocked it up beautifully. Clogged it up beautifully. And it is third down and goal. Third down. Doing my best. Martin Stadium. I don't know who does the PA for Martin Stadium, but they have a delectably deep voice. I can't do it. I just don't have a deep voice at all. Edner and James clogged up again. Fourth and goal. That is a terrific goal line stand for the Seattle Seahawks.
Big play coming up.
You take the points here. There's no question about it. I love a fourth down try, a fourth down conversion. They're exciting. They're fun. Except for when they're in the dumbest spots imaginable. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Tribute to the scoreboard on that short attempt.
Todd Peterson chips this one in pretty easily. Right through.
He could kick those in his sleep.
And sometimes he does, from what I hear. His wife makes him spend a lot of nights on the couch.
The Rams
knotted
up after that scoring
It's been 16 weeks. We've heard that line 5 times a week for 16 weeks.
Peterson lines up for the kickoff. Perfect kickoff. That kickoff is out of the end zone. Nice job, and we'll begin at the 20-yard line.
Dang. That is a deep kick. First and 10 from the 20. 2:12 to go here. Can Warner engineer a drive that gives Seattle the lead? He has not looked good passing the ball. I think starting on the ground is a smart move on their part. Probably looking for a lot more than just a yard on first and 10, but second and 9 coming up after the 2-minute warning. Please don't go into overtime. I don't have that much wiggle room. I'm also going to be begging the baseball game to not go into extra innings.
It's second and 9.
It does seem like every time that I'm like, man, this is like the tightest window I could have. It's like, oh, 2 overtime games, and then the baseball game is going to go to 14 innings.
Warner fades back.
Warner drops and fires incomplete. Third down and 9 coming up. He just... Warner's got to be firing under 50% passing. That probably should have been caught.
It's third and 9.
Let's play smart, baby. Let's play smart.
Warner drops back.
Warner throws incomplete. St. Louis. Now you're going to get the ball back and an opportunity to take the lead. They're going to win this field position battle as well.
Henson comes in to punt after a 3 and out. It's off.
Not a great punt. It'll be a pretty good return. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line.
First down.
Biggest drive of the game right here, Dan. They can put this one away if they somehow get into scoring range.
The clock reads 1 minute and 46 seconds. Miller aids back.
Miller drops back and fires. That was a big break on that ball right there.
Incomplete.
He sold out to get that pass either deflected or maybe trying to go for the interception. If you miss that, that is a monster play on the backside.
A minute and
I think he had a little bit of help back there, but whew, that's a dangerous play at best. Second down and 10. Minute 43 to go here in the game.
Miller drops back.
They don't need a ton. That's a good start. They're going to pick up 8. It'll be a 53-yard field goal or so from here. That's not what you're looking for, but at least it's not like the Sebastian Janikowski 76-yard field goal at the end of the half.
3rd and 2.
So 3rd down and 2. Going with a delayed handoff. That might knock him out of field goal range.
And made the stop.
There's a timeout.
The Seahawks take their first time.
I mean, they were probably out of field goal range anyway. 53 is a lot. That's a lot of leg. That's a lot of field goal.
Shut down the play.
That's great 3rd down defense. You don't want to give them an inch. .07 to go. Golan will punt it away.
Not even going to worry about it. They're just going to punt the ball away. Probably smart. Just try to pin him deep. Send it to overtime. See what you can do there. Looked like he got way under that one. That was a god-awful punt. Oh my goodness. Seattle's going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. That was like a 15-yard punt. Or is it the 25-yard line?
Ball on the 25.
25-yard line. I mean, either way, it was a 15, maybe a 20-yard punt. That is terrible. Seattle needs 40 to 50 yards here. Warner's going to throw it over the middle. There's a good chunk play to get you started. About 13 there. Clock is ticking. 1st and 10 here. Gotta go.
And there's the completion. And he made that look easy.
Had no trouble beating the tight coverage.
And he could toss anything, even a salad, and hit it, man.
All right, Seattle, would you like to go? Would you like to pick up any friggin'... Come on, hello? There you go. 5 receptions, 68 yards. Oh, good. Yes, excellent. Change the play. Audible at the line. Fantastic decision right there. You have wasted 20 seconds, and you continue to waste more. Warner fires, overthrows everybody. The defender was in a good spot there because it forced the throw to be a little further up the field so that it wasn't picked off. It's good defense by St. Louis.
24 seconds on the game clock.
I do feel like I just jinxed myself.
They line up in the shotgun. Warner from shotgun.
Warner, that's intercepted. Oh my goodness. That was a terrific call on the blitz right there. That forced a quick throw. Excellent break on the ball. That was the perfect defensive call. Unbelievable. You can see they just kind of sent everybody. It's a quick throw from Warner. And we probably won't be going to overtime. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever.
Right here, Dan, they can put this one away if they somehow get into scoring range.
They are in scoring range, thank you. James is going to pick up some yards. Oh, they're going to go for the whole enchilada, a touchdown. I don't agree with the call there. You take one snap,
Runs it in for 6, and here's
try to
why.
wind that clock down as best you can.
Out like Diana Ross, that song. What is that song?
Stop in the name of love.
Yeah, that's it. Only a lot harder.
You're shocked I knew that. I see the look on your face. Hey, I'm hep.
Did you say he was hip? I'm hip. I know Diana Ross.
Peterson will line up for the point after. It's up. The extra point is good.
Kick is up, kick is good. St. Louis takes a 7-point lead.
The Rams, with that score,
They're taking full advantage of that wacky touchdown they got right at the end of the first half. One play, 10-yard drive. Took 5 seconds. Cashed it in off the interception.
back to kick it away. This will send them very deep. Cole fields it in the end zone. And he
First
thinks
and
better
10
of
from the
returning
20.
it and will down it.
11 seconds to go here.
Oh, this is a huge drive. They have a chance to tie it up and head into overtime. Hey, it's crunch time, fellas.
Ball on the 20. Warner takes back.
Warner drops back and fires. Misses everybody.
Desmond Howard cut across the middle, but couldn't make the catch.
Second and 10.
Look at Mason. Towards the third and long. Force it. Right side,
Warner on the gun.
Second and 10. Warner rips it. Oh my gosh, another interception.
The 20. 10. Allen is tackled.
Wow.
A superb defensive play to come away with the interception. There's the whistle, and that's the end
That's
of the
it. That's
game.
the end of the game. St. Louis
Rams
20,
come out on top,
Seattle
20-13.
13. That could
Well, that should do it
maybe
for
should
today on the
all but end the
NFL
hopes of Seattle's playoff chances. My goodness.
Stevens, thanks for joining us.
Horrible way to end those games for, or horrible way to end that game for
Welcome
Seattle.
to the ESPN postgame show. I'm Clark Tishman. The Rams come away with a 7-point win.
And they got away from the running game. They were so good with LaDainian Tomlinson. Maybe we should take a look at the player stats. 'Cause I don't think he had much going on in the second half at all.
That was in the win today.
Ever since when they got into when it was the goal to go situation, and they threw 3 straight incompletions, and then they threw like 3 or 4 more. There was like a string of 7 incompletions. Then they had to go to the air, and they weren't in any sort of rhythm. Summary, passing, rushing, player card, no. Help, is there any sort of way? No. He had 42 yards, a long of 10. Jeez. I mean, just terrible. Player stats. Team stats. Just unfortunate. There's no way to look at it from the first half and second half. Oh well. I don't know that we really called LaDainian Tomlinson's name at all in that second half. I mean, it's just like, it's inexcusable. Like, what are you doing? All right, here we go. Third and final game of the day. The Tennessee Titans, if I remember correctly, they won. Where'd they go? Yes, the Titans won by 3. The Patriots need a victory. Actually, you know what? Let's get you kind of caught up here, team standings wise. We're just looking at the AFC East here. A win here would put 3 teams at 9-6. It would be a division winner, so Jets or Patriots, whoever would have the advantage. We don't have a lot of stats here. The Bills somehow, like, surprisingly in it. That could be interesting as we go into week number 17. So if you want kind of like ultimate chaos, you would root for a Patriots victory. That would put the Jets, the Patriots, and the Titans all at 9-6. One team in the East would be a division champion, and then it would be the best of the Titans and whoever to make the playoffs. as that second wild card seed. The Browns have the AFC North wrapped up. The Colts and the Jaguars are tied at 11-4. We have 2 6-9 teams in the AFC West. Gross. And we have a Jets Patriots rivalry renewed right here. So let's jump into our third and final matchup. Week number 16 comes to a close with an AFC East rivalry game. I'm going to grab my thumbnail real quick, and then I'm going to hop up, and I will join you in progress in just a moment.
19 in the NFL. They'll face off against a different game plan versus the Patriots, who come in with a dominating secondary. They possess the ability to shut down most middle to deep passing attacks and completely disrupt offensive coordinators.
I might actually have to go take some aspirin.
With Dan
My little
and Peter
brain.
O'Keefe out in Foxborough.
Welcome. It's a perfect night.
We
for
have a
football
snowy
here at CMGI
Foxborough,
Field. I'm Dan Stevens,
Massachusetts.
along with Peter O'Keefe. Peter, who's going to stand out today?
Dan, I like these guys. They know how
Zach
to pass
Thomas,
rush, but
Jeremiah
they're especially
Trotter.
skilled at dropping back into coverage to defeat a pass. Zach Thomas comes in with a crazy look in his eye. You know, the one that makes the ball carriers a little nervous. And you can't coach that. And over here, we have another do-it-all kind of linebacker warming up. Jeremiah Trotter comes in showing a knack for knowing when the play is going to be a run and when it's going to be a pass. Defensively this season, he's averaged 4 tackles and an interception every third game or so.
Okay, Peter, now let's go to midfield for the coin toss.
We'll take heads.
They call head. It is tails.
The Patriots will receive the opening kickoff, and they send a return unit onto the field. Blackers will kick it off to start the first half. He puts it out of the end zone. Great kickoff, and we'll start up at the 20.
Well, it's their turn on offense. Let's see what they do.
Ball at the 20-yard line. They have 2 tight ends in. Hurst with the carry. Gets a block. Beautiful run by the 10-year man out of Georgia. Peter, let's go over the starting offensive players for the Patriots. Let's begin with the offensive line.
John Tate brings size and power to this line, and they are ready for battle.
Up now are the receivers.
Jerry Rice stands out as the best of the bunch. So far this season, he's averaged 64 yards on 5 catches a game.
Finally, here's the general and his next in command.
Peyton Manning puts on a good show with these other two. Through the air this season, he's averaged 185 yards and over a touchdown a game.
Back to the field now. Second and 4.
That's all they get. That's all they get. Double tag.
Hurst with the ball. Leaps over a tackle.
First down, Patriots.
Ball on the 31.
Hey, square.
Manning drops back. Sits in the pocket. Throws. A gain of 7. Peter, let's go over the starting defensive players for the Jets. Up first is the defensive line.
John Randall is who I'll be checking out from this group. He energizes this squad in a big way.
Next up are the linebackers.
Jeremiah Trotter is the man who brings the hurt here.
And last but not least, we have the secondary.
Marcus Robertson disrupts pass attempts all day long.
Now back to the game. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Don't give him an inch, baby. Don't give him an inch.
They're going with the eye. Kozlowski in motion. Hurst will run it. There's space wide open. He gains about 7 around the corner and picks up the first.
Garrison Hurst makes a quick adjustment to evade a would-be tackler. Get a load of this. Whoa, that was a close call, but that last-second leap left the defense grabbing at air.
A surprisingly agile move, Peter. He nearly got dropped on that play. Ball on the 45. Hurst with the carry. Lots of room. Armstead, he rails that play just past the line of scrimmage.
Parried this one just left of center, but he's barely past the line of scrimmage before he stopped.
Second and 8.
Keep them where they are. Force them long.
They line up in the eye.
Second down and 8. Halfway through quarter number 1. It's a throw over the middle, tipped and incomplete.
Eric Morris had that player's number.
I mean, it was right there. You got to be able to come up with that ball. Professional receiver. Peyton Manning.
Third and 8. Just one man in the backfield.
Who's joining Mahomes? Oh, Carson Wentz.
Drops back.
Incomplete pass yet again. Peyton Manning quarterbacking the New England Patriots here, so avert your eyes, Colts haters or whatever.
Hentrick comes in and will punt it away.
57 punts. It's a fourth down and 8 here. 2:20 to go in quarter number 1. The kick is away. Fair caught immediately.
Jordan fields
And
the
they
fair
will
catch.
field it at the 15-yard line. So the Jets will take over.
Boy, they'll start this one out in a hole. They just got to forget about the end zone behind them.
Oh, that's right. It's Dante Culpepper.
Ball at the 15-yard line.
It's a good quarterback to have.
Going with a split backfield.
Don't know how well he performs in the snow.
Hurdle. Nice tackle by the
You only have to play a couple snow games a year, I guess. Chicago and Green Bay, but if you get those teams early, you don't really have to worry about it. Playing that domed team.
The offensive line.
Larry Allen shows up to play on every
Colombo.
down, Dan, protecting his quarterback at any cost.
Next up, the receiving core.
Joe Horn adds a lot to this pack of receivers. So far this season, he's averaged 58 yards on 4 catches a game.
And lastly, the man who calls the plays and the guys who back him up.
Dante Culpepper provides a vital contribution.
Sean
to this
Alexander,
group.
that's
Yeah,
right.
This season, he's averaged 159 yards and just under an interception a game.
Okay, back to the action. Ball on the 16. They go with the eye
So
formation.
second down and 9.
Culpepper fades back.
Culpepper drops back, fires over the middle. That should have been caught and picked.
Peter
Couple of balls right off the hands of the New England
First up,
pass catching
defensive
attempts.
line.
Kenny Holmes deserves our full attention, Dan. He and his squad need to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback today.
That's followed by the
That would have been
linebacker.
a huge interception. Would have immediately been in field goal range.
Finally, Peter, the secondary.
Brock Marion
Mike
shadows the
McKenzie,
receiver
Philip
like he's
Buchanan.
glued to him.
Let's get back
Brock
to the game.
Marion. It's a familiar name and face. Third down and 9. Culpepper avoids a disastrous play.
It's 3rd and 9.
They would have had it right about the 20-yard line.
Culpepper Drops back.
Culpepper fires. That one is caught. I, for a second, forgot who had the ball. Joe Horn with a nice reception there.
10 yards to go.
Jets with a win would seal an AFC East title. Would clinch a playoff berth with the automatic bid for winning the division. We're going to have maybe the worst team we've ever seen in the playoffs come out of the AFC West. They're not even going to be close to 500. They could theoretically go as low as 6-10. I think we've had a really bad team in the playoffs before, but I don't remember who. It would have been a long time ago. Culpepper throws. Incomplete that time. And this is where I wish the game would make an adjustment. The weather doesn't look great. You have Sean Alexander in the backfield. Focus a little more on the run game. Culpepper's been a little erratic with the throws. Nearly threw a pick already. 2nd down and 10. They'll go with a handoff there. It's like they heard my cries. That is a nice run off the right side. Alexander picks up the 1st down yardage. More under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. It's a nice block on the outside. That's what they probably should be highlighting. It's the one time that's probably the best block we've seen, and it didn't get highlighted. The blocks that they highlight, they think are like really good. Oh, look at this block, and it's just not anything worth highlighting.
Ball on the 36.
First down and 10 from an offset I formation. Culpepper under center, drops back and fires. That one's off the hands and incomplete. Hey, remember when I said run the ball and then you ran the ball and it like worked out really well? Maybe go back to that, please. Please stop throwing incomplete passes and stopping the clock. For the love of God.
All at the 36-yard line.
Videos will be getting longer in a couple of weeks as we will do 4 games for the final 3 episodes. You get the entire wild card round, the entire divisional round, and then the 3rd video or the 20th video of the season. The 3rd video in that little stretch will be both championship games, the Super Bowl, and we'll take a look at the AFC NFC Pro Bowl. It's a fun way to wrap it up. And that'll be all coming out this month. We'll be done with this season April 30th. Culpepper drops back, fires, finds a receiver on near the sideline. Steps out of bounds after a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th and 6 with 4 seconds remaining as the clock actually ticks down. It was paused there. I wasn't sure.
It's the end of the first quarter, and it's still a scoreless game.
25 yards, 27 yards, fairly even time of possession. Number of possessions, first downs even. And of course the score, deadlocked at a thrilling 0-0.
Williams comes in and will punt it away. It's away.
Punt is away. Angled toward the corner. Received at about the 22-yard line. A really nice return up to the 35, maybe even the 40. Wiggled his way up the sideline.
Well, this game could go either way, Dan, and that's what makes this.
That is one of the better returns we've seen.
Put some points on the board right here.
And it is indeed all the way out to the 40-yard line. So an 18-yard run back there for the New England Patriots. Sets up number 18 and the offense at the 40-yard line. Manning dropping back, fires over the middle, caught. That's a solid 13-yard gain, and that'll go to Jerry Rice. That's right, Jerry Rice still in the game.
Manning throws a homing missile on this play. Check this out. Totally threads the needle.
There are 2 defenders there, Peter, and there was definitely not a lot of room for error.
Oh, absolutely. There was not a lot of room for anything.
All at the 47-yard line.
Wide right.
First down and 10 in Jets territory.
His first stop of the game.
Trying to find some room on the ground for Hurst. He'll pick up 4. Kind of started towards the right and then broke toward the middle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Watch for the run! Watch for the run! All right, come on, right!
Pitch to the outside. Hurst, he gained 4 on the previous play, lost 3 on that play. Glenn with a nice tackle in the backfield. Should make it a pretty obvious 3rd down passing situation. We take a look at the Bills, picking up their 8th win of the season over a terrible Packers team. I mean, just god-awful. Lions improved to 8-7. It's probably not going to be enough. They would need the Rams to lose and hold tiebreakers, but I have no idea how that would, if that would be able to work. There's a nice completion. Jackson on the reception there.
Willie Jackson was the man in the middle on that play. Watch this. Oh, great catch.
I can't believe there are 2 6-win teams in the AFC West.
Yeah, you got 2 guys flipping a coin to see who's going to cream you. Terrific job by the receiver.
That's just... It hurts to think about, honestly.
All on the 33.
Watch right, right! Wide, right!
Hurst with the ball.
Hurst finds 5 as I remove some notifications from my phone. 2nd down. And 2nd down and halfway through the 2nd quarter. It's been kind of a slow game here. Slow, scoreless game. As I hopefully talk over the melody enough so that the robots don't go, copyright. Of course, I tried to talk loud enough at a Wendy's, and that didn't really matter. Hurst has been inconsistent, or maybe it's the offensive line, or perhaps even the play calling. They've been giving him some good runs a little bit tighter to the line, in between the tackles, but when they do that, the immediate next play is to stretch it out, and that's been giving him some trouble. It's been a 4 or 5 yard gain, followed immediately by a 3-yard loss and a 1-yard loss. That is not what you're looking for. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 6 in field goal range. They're going to go with a run. It's kind of trying to stretch it, bend it to the outside. That time it picks up a yard. He tried to break it back inside, but that didn't work all that well. 4th down and 5. Shouldn't be any rush here on this play. If I were the Jets, maybe I'd take a timeout. I don't think it actually matters. In real football, you would wind this down as low as you could get it before you kick this. They won't really waste that much time. Are they going to? Oh my goodness. Yay, football team. Yay, football game with clock management. They didn't quite leave as much as they probably should have, but whatever. The field goal is up. The field goal is good. And we have a 3-0 game with 1:14 to go before halftime.
Matt Stover better be getting a Christmas bonus after a kick like that. We have to see the replay. Oh, right through the upright.
Right through.
Trying to make a long kick in snowy weather like this is almost impossible.
Oh, yeah, it's the kind of situation that demands the most out of a kicker, both physically and mentally, and he rose to the occasion.
The Patriots strike first in the game, 3-0. Stover sets up and will kick it away. Great kick.
Booted. Oof, all the way out of the back of the end zone. That's a touchback. Coming out to the 20 for the New York Jets.
Well, this is a great opportunity to bring this game closer before halftime. Let's see if they can make something happen here.
1 minute, 13 seconds left. Culpepper drops back.
Culpepper fires. That was a dangerous pass. It's a really dangerous pass.
on
Lucky
that,
to come up
baby.
with another
There was no
incompletion,
way
and
that was gonna
Culpepper
be a
continues some
completion.
of his more erratic throwing here in today's game.
2nd and 10.
Bring it down and do it, baby. Yeah. Whoa, right left.
Culpepper steps back, fires, deep ball down the right sideline. That is a nice catch out near the 40-yard line. Connell coming up with a nice reception there.
He connects with his receiver with ease, Dan. He sees his man and then airs it out for the completion.
Yeah, they are in sync there, able to depend on each other as the play unfolds.
Well, they actually look like Backstreet Boys to me.
I don't follow that.
He knows who Diana Ross is, but doesn't know who NSYNC and Backstreet Boys are. Who was more popular in 2003? First down and 10. From the 39-yard line, they're going with a run to Alexander. He's going to rip off a big run, get out of a couple of tackles, and pick up first down yardage near midfield. Good timeout by the Jets.
He provides needed assistance there with a monster of a block.
Oh, yeah. After that block, the field got a
Wasn't
lot
the other
less
block that they didn't even highlight was so much better?
That's the difference between 2 and 20 yards.
And that it's so weird. Like, when they try to highlight the blocks, it's more the running back who makes great effort to get out of tackles and get up the field. When they highlight the runner, there's a really good block where the runner doesn't do a whole lot.
seconds to go.
Ugh, it's very confusing. Also, shout out to the exact same pattern of dirtiness on all the jerseys.
Alexander
Going with a run again for Alexander. He'll pick up 5, just kind of falling forward.
That's the second.
Sean Alexander, hours ahead on the strength of this wicked stiff arm. Oh, get a load of that, will you? You can't coach that.
It bought him the space he needed to make that play, Peter. He showed fantastic determination to get those extra yards. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Keep your eyes open. Don't give him an inch.
Alexander gets the ball again.
Alexander again with a nice run. Excellent job to get out of the contact in the backfield. A little surprised to see them go with the run, and then they're going to spike it. It's going to create a 4th down and 4.
Past the markers for a first down.
What?
They're going for the first down on 4th and 4.
You not really think you're gonna make this fourth down?
It's a terrible sequence of events. The run on first down's fine. The run on second down doesn't make sense. The spike on third down, not great. Still a nice run, and they had a timeout to use anyway, so why didn't you just call that after the second down run?
Final one.
10 yards.
Here's the angle we want. They've got to get the ball across here for the first down. This is a close one, but they got it. That's a first down.
Weird.
He
What
gets
a...
the first. That's a tough call. What do you think?
I guess not really all that surprising. This game, for as much as it is like an improved product over its predecessor, NFL Primetime 2002, it's not great in some aspects, especially here near halftime. It just baffling play call decisions. There's another run. They're going to go with a spike. It's going to be 3rd and 9 just like that. Like right around midfield is where like the computer just forgets like what is going on.
It's 3rd and 9.
Going deep, going deep.
Culpepper from shotgun.
Culpepper dropping back, firing. That was a surprisingly effective play for the Rams in the previous game, and I was a little worried that the Jets were going to get bailed out of their terrible play calling with a touchdown. You'd hate to see that happen again.
On 4th and 9, they're going for it.
What call you play?
Culpepper drops back. He's going to fire it off the back foot, deep down the field, intercepted. And that'll be returned near the 25-yard line, and that'll end the half at 3-0.
Time to go to the
That was the worst time. New England's had other opportunities to come up with interceptions, and that was when they decided to get one. Super confusing.
Yardage in this tightly contested first half. If they continue the pressure, they look to emerge.
Good news for the Mariners. They lead 5-2. They got out of that 2-on-2 out of situation, which is good.
Walk away with our ESPN hot at the half player. That's our
They have
halftime
2-on-2
report.
out themselves.
With a reminder to tune into the ESPN post-game show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send it back to Dan and Peter.
Will kick off to start the second half.
So we are ready to get the second half underway.
This is returnable.
And the Jets are going to get first crack at it. They're actually going to return that from inside their own end zone. And it's not a bad return.
9-yard line.
That's 32, 33 yards.
First down, Jets.
Well, last time they had it, they turned it over on the interception. Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
Ball on the 29.
I mean, yes, they did throw an interception, but did it matter? Absolutely not.
Two wide receivers on the field. Culpepper fades back. Throws. It's caught in the flat.
It's a nice little pass there. Hopefully get Culpepper into some kind of rhythm. Maybe have him stop throwing it near the opposing players.
All at the 36-yard line.
Let's take them yards, let's take them yards. You got it,
Second and 3.
Alexander
Jets hand the ball off to Alexander. That's a good start for this drive. A 7-yard pickup through the air into the flat. Nice, easy pass. And then Alexander runs it off that, off the right side of that line. Picks up 6 or 7. First down yardage. Easy peasy. Bing, bang, boom.
They line up with 3 wideouts.
Oh, Culpepper.
Gain of 2.
They're going to give him a rush there. A gain of 2. I feel like sacks are actually kind of rare in this game.
Yards to go.
And that probably could have been a sack, but Culpepper does a good job to at least fall forward.
where they are.
Culpepper drops back and fires outside. Nice reception there. Steps out of bounds. A gain of 2. Third down and 6. Big third down for this Jets team. They've come out of the gate strong here in the second half.
It's now 3rd and 6. Culpepper fades back.
Culpepper drops back. His float pass.
Incomplete pass.
Trying to get a little air under it over the defenders, but just too much traffic in the area.
And let me tell you something, Dan, that is
Fourth down and 6 following the incompletion.
Quickly enough to get into position like
The
that.
drive stalls out, and Rodney C. Williams will come out to punt the ball away.
It's off. Bennett has it. Lewis stops the return man in his tracks and makes the tackle.
First down, Patriots.
Close game so far, and even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love to score on this drive.
Ball at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, guys. Get the fans something to cheer for.
2 tight ends on the field. Manning drops back. Throws.
Manning throws. He finds a receiver on the outside.
Stephen F. Austin.
It looked like it was going to be a catch, but we do have an injury here. Oh, it's actually incomplete. Second down and 10.
Ball on the 21. Room on the right side.
Well, There's a nice run by Garrison Hurst. He's up past the 30, the 35. It's a terrific run up to the 36-yard line. A big gain.
Big yards out of a sweet spin move. Check it out.
Okay, there you go. That's what you're looking for. I don't know why this game flashes white so often, by the way. Like, just no idea.
What's that, Dan?
Well, to never, ever go out on a disco floor. You don't want to see that. Ball at the 36-yard line. They're going with the eye.
First down and 10 from the 36. Manning throws to the flat, finds a receiver, and he's picking up a good gain all the way up to the 46-yard line. Some big plays here for New England to start this second half. Big run off the right side, nice throw to the flat on the opposite side, aka the left side.
Absolutely. You know what they say about receivers who have a great pair of feet.
What, they're fast?
Do you want to finish that thought? You want to not talk about feet and then just leave that like open to interpretation? They got a great pair of feet, like they're fast, and then he's just standing there just... Manning rolls out, fires back across his body. It's a terrible decision, but it works this time. All the way down to the 28-yard line, in New England in some rhythm here. Good adjustments at halftime, and they are exploiting some weaknesses in this New York Jets defense. The offense is going to have the advantage in the winter weather. They know where they're going. The defense has to react. They're a little bit slower. And you don't have to be that much slower. Just slower enough to create space as an offensive player that maybe wouldn't be there if the conditions were a little bit clearer. But that is the beauty of football. I love it. Green Bay Packers, 2025 Super Bowl champions. They'll defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 47-0. Patrick Mahomes, 8 interceptions.
Key tackle here to prevent the score. Let's go to the tape. See, there was no one left to stop him.
Well, that's what you want. You want it to be him or you with a touchdown on the line.
And he made sure that after
none of that is accurate.
You can't coach that.
Stop saying you can't coach that. There were several players that could have interfered, and there wasn't. He's 20 yards away from the touchdown, 17 yards from the touchdown. What? The end zone. Manning drops and fires. That's a dangerous throw. It sailed on him just a little bit. Missed his intended receiver, and the closest player was a New York Jets defender.
Second and 10.
Let's not give me anything. Nothing, baby.
It's a nice little leap. Hurst trying to find some room off that right side. Picks up 2. Could take us to the end of the third quarter. New England still leads 3-0. It is 3rd down and 8. Seattle just gave up a solo home run. Gross.
Jackson goes in motion.
And that indeed will take us to the fourth quarter. It is 3-0 New England. We'll flip the field and look at a 3rd down and 8. New England doing a good job of ball control. Only a couple extra first downs. But that does help, keep drives alive, and that can take an extra minute or 2 off some clock.
3rd and 8. They go with one man back. Manning drops back.
Manning fires, and that is right at the first down marker. They are going to give him forward progress. And Jackson did a good job to just get it past that
Rolled the dice there.
line to
Pass
gain.
into double coverage. But he got it in there. Great throw.
Peter, that's the kind of decision that does not foster good quarterback-coach relations.
Absolutely. The coach has to be happy with the result, though, you know, once he started breathing regularly.
It's 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 7-yard line. Manning taking some time off the clock. That's a terrible play. It looked like it was going to go to the right, then they tried to break it back to the left. There was nowhere to go. It's like a 3-yard loss and an injury to one of your receivers on the play.
2nd and goal.
So 2nd and goal from the 10. They're going to go with another run play. Tripped up in the backfield, but does a good job to at least keep some of his balance. It's knocked down after a gain of 1, so this is a good start defensively for this Jets team with a goal-to-go situation. Bad play call twice in a row now, and I don't like that they didn't run time off the clock. They should have run 40 seconds off that first one, another probably 30 here, or 20 here, excuse me. We're going to go with yet another. Flipping the play. 4 receivers in the formation. We're going to go with a pitch. Hurst in the backfield. Just nowhere to go. And I mean, it is a heinous situation here as Hurst is down. That is a fantastic job by this Jets defense to hold them to a goal-to-go situation in which they force them back 7 yards. The injury does stop the clock. That's huge.
There's the kick. It's good.
Kick is up, kick is good. I totally lost it. Once it went above the, whatever it would have been. I don't know what you would even call that. The wall, I guess.
A nice kick in perfect weather. A phenomenal kick today.
Absolutely. Snow affects not only your visibility, but your footing on the ground.
But he loves it. Domes are for sissies.
The Patriots.
Oh, okay.
lead is
What?
now stretched,
I'm
but
weirdly
still
aggressive
in
there.
single possession.
Domes are for sissies. Like, okay, friggin' calm down.
Stover lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. Good kick.
It makes sense that teams like Minnesota and Detroit play in domes. Oh, here's a huge return for the Jets all the way up past the 30 to the 33-yard line. That is such a big hold for the New York Jets. Their defense came up so big.
Michelle?
Well, he just got back from the locker room, and the doctors are saying that it's a minor dislocation of the shoulder. They're taping it up, and there's a small chance that he may be able to return.
Thanks, Michelle.
So we have a shoulder dislocation when he tried to block. There's a tipped pass. It's caught by the receiver. Pinkston coming up with a nice reception there. Out near midfield.
The bullseye on this baby. Check out this beauty. How did he get it by all his defenders?
Yeah, he made those guys look like the Three Stooges.
Yeah, not even the classic Three Stooges. More like 2 Shemps and a Curly Joe.
Oh, remember him. Ball at the 49-yard line. Culpepper pops back.
Culpepper fires, and that was kind of off some hands, incomplete. Feels a little lucky for the Jets that was incomplete instead of intercepted. Bounced around. The Jets have been a little inconsistent. Like, Culpepper has made some bad throws throughout the game, but the Jets receivers have also been not great at coming up with receptions. A couple times they've hit him in the hands and not able to corral the ball. There's a nice reception and took a big hit as he approached the 40-yard line. Connell with a nice first down conversion there.
He sends a telegram to his man for the completion. Take a look. There's the throw right to him.
This passing offense spends so much time in practice running plays and patterns that it's almost instinctive at this point. All on the 41. They're going with their tight end right.
Alexander's going to get a run here. He'll try up the middle.
And stops it just past the line.
Couple of yards there on the run.
Right of center, but there wasn't much room past the line of scrimmage on that one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go here in this one. We'll have scores. We'll have standings updates for you after the game. We'll get set for an exciting, hopefully exciting week number 17. It was a pretty rough stretch of weeks there where it was hard to come up with some games. We had like probably 6 that we could have looked at this week, but tried to just pick the best and most interesting 3. And hopefully there's some stuff to play for next week. As we look at a 3rd down and 2 for the New York Jets.
It's 3rd and 2.
Pitch. Nowhere to go. 4th and 5. It's gonna be for the game.
Greg Favors did a great job keeping them from.
Unless they want to kick the field goal, you could theoretically do that. I think you have all 3 timeouts. I'm not confident in that, but if you have 3 timeouts, you could kick a field goal here. At least try it. If you miss it, yeah, I mean, you still have to get a touchdown, so I don't know. The Jets converted a 4th down on a previous possession. Do they have another one in them? Empty backfield for Culpepper. They're going to bring a little extra pressure. Float pass over the middle, intercepted. I guess that would technically be to the left. Tried to get a little air under it, but the defensive back broke on the play. And that is a pick. This is a huge turn of events. It's not a great throw. There were 2 receivers in the area. And that was not an accurate pass to either of them, it appeared.
Anything can happen and anybody can win the game for his team.
Well, Peter, it looks like their last-ditch effort didn't pan out.
Yeah, they had an uphill battle even if they made it. Good try, but better defense.
The clock is at 55. Bennett with the catch.
Bennett.
Takes it right side.
See a timeout.
Take their first timeout.
First timeout.
Carried this one way right.
First timeout. Jets. They can get a stop here. Give themselves one last opportunity. Patriots have to be smart with the ball. They just need to. They need to make sure that they keep it on the ground. They're going to try and find some room. There's the first down. That's the game. Spins out of the tackle and gets knocked down in Jets territory just inside the 50-yard line. And that'll do it. New England is going to pick up a victory and make it a very interesting race here in the AFC East as we enter week number 17. Hopefully there's a game with the Bills. That's interesting. I don't know how much of a shot realistically they have. Just because they could end up with the same record doesn't mean that their division record could help them at all. This is really plain as far as stats are concerned on the team standings. Maybe there's a better way to look at it.
He'll take a knee.
Take a knee. 3rd and final timeout.
Take a timeout. That's their final one.
12 yards to go.
It's now 2nd and 12.
Ready for my encore?
He'll take a knee.
There is the knee that you're looking for. The final seconds tick down.
There's the whistle, and that's the end of the
That'll
game.
do it.
The Patriots win the game 6-0. On behalf of
6-0. Not the most exciting game from a scoring perspective, but still pretty good. Patriots came up with a couple key plays down the stretch, and the Jets, they let one slip away. All they needed was a victory here. They would have wrapped up the AFC East. That's a playoff berth. Would have put severe damage into the New England Patriots playoff chances, but they could not do it. Bit of an erratic offense. Oof.
Marty Carter shut down.
Going to be interesting to see if the Patriots could overcome the injuries. They had 2 injuries on that final drive near the goal line when they picked up that second field goal. They lost their running back and their receiver. One of their receivers. We got an update on the receiver, I believe, with a dislocated shoulder, but I don't recall getting an update about the running back. But hey, that's how it goes. Get this last game simulated. And there you have it. We are ready to give you some scores. Ready to maybe take a quick peek at... This was such a tease. These 2 games right here were like, oh, divisional matchups? Nope. Bills are playing the Bengals. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, I guess I did checkmark that one. That is for a different day. All right. There were 3 games on Saturday. That explains why that one was all the way up here. The Dolphins take care of the Vikings 27-3. Oof. That's a surprisingly lopsided score. 49ers and Cardinals. Arizona wins a tight one, 24-20. Eagles over the Cowboys 30-13. That's a big... No, it's the... Never mind. I forgot. The Giants are the team that were on top of the NFC East. My bad. Eagles over the Cowboys 30-13 in a meaningless game. The Bills beat the Packers to push themselves into playoff contention, ? With some other results going their way. 20-16 your final from Lambeau. Bears over the Panthers 37-26. The Lions beat the Falcons 31-24. Washington crushes Houston 22-10. Saints over the Bengals in what looks like a battle of field goals, 12-6. Hopefully you had those kickers on your fantasy roster. Colts beat the Giants 14-9. That is great news for the Indianapolis Colts. That is horrible news for the New York Giants, who go into the final week of the season tied with Washington for the division lead. Chargers over the Chiefs 9-7. Disgusting. Jags fall to the Titans 13-10. Big win for Tennessee. Rams, they beat the Seahawks 20-13 in kind of a weird game. Seattle did not use their rush attack or running game nearly enough in the second half, and just too many incomplete passes. Browns over the Ravens 23-6. Raiders, they fall to the Broncos 34-17. How bad are the Raiders? The Broncos are putting 34 points on you. Snowy Foxborough was the site for the Jets' loss 6-0 to the Patriots. That sets up maybe a potentially interesting finish in the AFC East. And then the Buccaneers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football. Let's get a look at the team standings here. We'll start in the AFC. The Browns, I don't know if they've clinched the number 1 seed, but it's looking like the playoffs are going to go through Cleveland, which is wild. They are 12-3 on the season. The Bengals are 7-8. The Steelers are 6-9. The Ravens are 3-12. Moving over to the South, which has been incredibly competitive all season long. Colts and Jags are both 11-4. So a battle for the division and the battle for the number 2 seed, likely, as I believe the Browns beat both of those teams, so they might actually have the number 1 seed wrapped up. Either way, Colts and Jags are both 11-4. The Titans are 9-6, and the Texans are 4-11. Moving down to the East, we have the Jets and Patriots both at 9-6. The Bills lurking, not sure how much of a chance they have, but they're sitting at 8-7. If they get a win, a couple of losses, which feels unlikely because the Jets are playing the Packers, things could get weird and wild in the AFC East, though. 9-6, 9-6, 8-7 for the Bills. The Dolphins are 6-9, and then we're going to just take a look at that abysmal AFC West. The Broncos and Chiefs are 6-9. One of those teams is going to make the playoffs. The Chargers and Raiders 4. 4-11. In the NFC North, you have the Bears. They have clinched the North. They've had that for a bit. On the precipice of clinching an NFC, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC. Home field advantage for them. So you'd have the 2 North winners theoretically having the playoffs go through their cities. We have an 8-7 Lions team, a 7-8 Vikings team, and a 3-12 Packers team that we're just going to ignore. The Falcons are 11-4 in the NFC South. The Bucks and the Panthers 7-8. The Saints 6-9. The East is getting tight because the Giants are throwing it all away. They're 8-7. They've allowed Washington to match them at 8-7. The Eagles are 6-9, and the Cowboys are 3-12. 49ers are 11-4 in the West with the Cardinals. The Rams are 9-6, and the Seahawks are 8-7. If the playoffs were to start today, you'd have the Browns, Colts, Jags, Broncos or Chiefs, Jets or Patriots, or Titans. It's wild. In the NFC, you'd have the Bears, Falcons, 49ers, Cardinals, Rams. That victory for St. Louis and Seattle might have been enough to vault them into the playoffs. Literally, all they have to do is win, and they will be in. You know, the Lions, maybe an outside shot to get in there. Depending on who the East teams play, they could both finish 9-7. The Giants play the Eagles. Washington plays Dallas. Who do the Lions play? The Lions play the Vikings. Interesting. We will find out which games I elect to pick in the next installment of Random Rosters. Episode number 117, the Master Chief Special. I kid. Coming to you next Tuesday right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. If you're watching this video, but when it goes up on April 2nd or between April 2nd and April 6th, I will be streaming this game Saturday night following baseball. Stream will start around 6 p.m. Pacific time, so be sure to check that out. If you'd like to come in and watch it live, you can do that. If not, hey, that's cool. Thanks for watching on YouTube. I appreciate it. If you would like more content from me, subscribe right over here. You can ring the bell down below. I'll be in your notifications. But if you just subscribe, I'll be in your subscriber feed. Watch other random rosters. The rest of the season will be posted right here. Check out baseball every night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And we will see you next week for more NFL action or another day in a different video. Thanks for watching. Good night and good sports.